The first time I realized I wasn't really part of the Collins family anymore was the moment I arrived at the old farmhouse in Maple Hill for our annual family reunion. I'd driven 4 hours from the city, my hands shaking the whole way, just to be told I shouldn't have come. Before I tell you what happened that day, hit like and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Have you ever been made to feel like a stranger by your own family? It was late afternoon when I pulled up the dirt road that led to the farmhouse, the same one my grandparents built 50 years ago. Back then, the house felt alive with laughter and the smell of Grandma's peach cobbler. Now, it looked like a postcard from a memory that didn't belong to me anymore. They were all out in the backyard, cousins, uncles, aunts, music playing, drinks flowing, laughter echoing through the trees. As I walked through the gate, conversations paused like someone had pressed mute on the world. I smiled, clutching the bowl of potato salad I'd made using Grandma's handwritten recipe. "Hey, everyone," I said softly. "It's good to see everyone again." My cousin Madison looked me up and down with that familiar smirk. Then she said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "We didn't expect you to show up. You were never really one of us, remember?" The laughter that followed wasn't cruel in volume, but it was sharp enough to break something inside me. My Uncle Harold tried to smooth it over with a half-hearted chuckle. "Oh, don't take her seriously, Claire. She's just joking." But no one looked me in the eye. It wasn't a joke. It was truth dressed up in politeness, and everyone knew it. I stood there for a second, feeling like a guest in a place I once called home. I thought about the last time I was here, at Grandma's funeral. How I'd been the only one who stayed behind to clean her room while everyone else fought over her jewelry. And how Uncle Harold said I was too sentimental to understand how inheritance worked. I placed the bowl gently on the table and whispered, "Don't worry, I won't be long." No one stopped me as I turned around and walked back to my car. Behind me, someone turned the music up. Louder, like they wanted to drown out the sound of guilt. That night, I sat alone in my apartment staring at the last letter Grandma ever sent me. Her handwriting was shaky but clear. "If they ever make you feel like an outsider, remember this. You're the only one who helped me when I needed it most." The world has its own way of setting the record straight. I didn't know what she meant until the letter's envelope slipped open and a folded document fell out. A property deed, signed and dated 3 months before she passed. Her land, the farmhouse, the orchard, and everything on it was left in my name. My hands trembled. I reread it again and again, unable to believe what I was seeing. The next morning, I called her lawyer, Mr. Collinsworth, who confirmed it immediately. "Yes, Claire," he said gently. "Your grandmother made it very clear. The property is legally yours. The rest of the family doesn't know because she wanted you to decide when to tell them." For 2 days, I said nothing. I just let the truth sit quietly, like a seed waiting for the right season. Then I drove back to Maple Hill. It was early evening. The sky was heavy with rain, and the house looked smaller somehow. They were all there, Madison, Uncle Harold, the cousins, cleaning up after their little celebration. When I walked in, everyone froze. Madison rolled her eyes. "Oh, you again," she said. "Did you forget your salad?" I smiled. "Actually, I came back to collect something that belongs to me." Her laughter died mid-sentence when I handed Uncle Harold a sealed envelope from the lawyer. He frowned as he opened it. His lips started moving as he read, then stopped altogether. The color drained from his face. "What is this?" he asked, voice shaking. "Proof," I said quietly. "Grandma didn't forget who stood by her. She just waited for the rest of you to show your true colors before she revealed it." The room went silent except for the rain on the windows. Then Madison spoke, her voice trembling. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't leave it all to you. She did, I said softly, because she saw who stayed when it mattered. No one spoke after that. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. Truth doesn't need an audience, just timing. 2 months later, the farmhouse was legally mine. Uncle Harold and Madison moved out quietly one morning. They didn't even say goodbye. But I wasn't bitter. Instead of selling the place, I turned it into a weekend retreat for caregivers and nurses, the same people Grandma used to bake for when she was alive. Every Sunday, I serve her peach cobbler on that old porch and listen to the wind move through the trees. Sometimes it sounds like her humming. Now, when I sit on the porch swing at sunset, I whisper, "It's good to be home." And for the first time, I mean it. Moral of the story. Sometimes family isn't defined by blood, but by kindness and memory. Silence can protect you better than any argument ever will. Karma doesn't always shout. It often arrives through a lawyer's envelope. You don't have to prove your worth to people who never saw it. True belonging starts where self-respect begins. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this. Thanks for watching.